Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight, I'm going to be attempting to draw some Pokemon from memory. Now, as you can see, I found this box of Crayola crayons in a drawer somewhere, and we're just going to give this our best go. I would have preferred colored pencils, but could not find any. So let's take a look here. For this first Pokemon, I'm going to need something like that, and like that, and maybe this one as well. Let's see, what colors do we have here? We have, this is Scarlet. This is a Scarlet crayon. We have Orange, and we have Violet Red. I don't think that's focusing very well there. Come on now. Oh, whatever. So, I think I also need a blue for this Pokemon, actually. Let me grab a blue. That's not blue. This is a blue, but not quite the blue I would like, but I think we're just going to get started here with this orange crayon. So, let's start here. We need something like that, and then this comes down into sort of structure like here. Actually, I think these bits are more pointed. I remember right. And then we've got the nostrils around here, and I believe there's like another bridge sort of thing going there. We'll just draw little bits for the eyes, and then the bottom lip like this, and then we'll draw the neck. This Pokemon's got a very long neck. Not quite as fat as I'm drawing here. And of course, we go into a shoulder-like structure, like this, which then becomes his arms, sort of like that. I think I might not have a lot of space for this, but we're just going to try our best to sort of replicate. I believe he has 3 fingers on each hand, so we're just going to give him some little stubby bits, stubby fingers like that. Okay, and then the rest of the body, not quite sure how to fill that out. I think we're just going to call that good for now. And then we need the wings, which should go, honestly, the arms I think are a little too high, but there's nothing that we can do about that now. And obviously I wish I had some better lighting, but it's the middle of the day, and I'm still not getting the sort of picture I would like, but okay. Anyway, that is a tangent for a different time. The wings for this creature, I think, go like this. That's not quite right, but this is just from memory, and I have very little artistic ability. I keep trying to, get myself to practice and really learn how to do it. But whenever I sit down and I try to teach myself literally anything about drawing, it feels like I'm trying to learn the world's hardest language, and it is very unpleasant. But let's add some finer details here. We'll put this scarlet red. Put this scarlet red for a little bit of shading, I think, around here. And we'll put some redness here on the claws. Make them look fierce and aggressive. Of course, this is the Pokemon Company's precious darling, the most important character. And then I think there's blue in the wings, so we'll add a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue to the wings. Not a lot, but just like this. Again, I know crayons aren't really the preferred method for something like this, but I also figured just doing straight pencil drawings wouldn't be as dynamic. So this is, of course, Charizard. This is Charizard from memory by me. I think we've done an excellent job there. Let's go to the second page. And let's pick our next Pokemon. I'm going to need this gray crayon. Gray crayon right there. This blue crayon. I'll take these red ones. Put them back in the box. And I don't believe. Hold on. No, there does not seem to be a brown crayon in this box. So that is rather unfortunate, I would say. But we can work around it with some creative liberties. So let's start with the head of our next Pokemon. We start with this sort of bulbous head shape. And he's got like two little things like that. And then he's got a very round lower body. This is more oval than round, but sentiment remains the same. He's got some big old arms over here. Give him some arms. That's a bit skinnier than I would have wanted, but oh well. We'll give him a nice leg as well. I don't actually remember what his legs look like. But that should do. Give him his other arm here. Just like this. And he's got like stumpy little arms. And then of course I need a brown crayon. But I don't have one, so let's give him his eyeballs. And some semblance of a mouth. I don't know that you can tell who this is yet. Again, my artistic abilities are truly horrific, I will admit. But again, this is just like the hardest language in the world. If there's anyone out there who watches my content and you are an artist in any capacity, props to you, because I don't. just does not compute within my brain at all. But, you know, we have to start somewhere. So then we give him. I'm trying to remember if his regular form or his mega form is the one with the arm cannons. I think the mega form is the one that gives him the arm cannons. But you know what? We'll just pretend this is his mega form. So we'll draw some nice big torpedoes. And, you know, we'll just make them traditional rockets as well. We'll add some beefiness to his body. Make some big rockets. See, now that's what it should have been. I think this is my new headcanon. That he's got rockets on his forearms. And frankly, who wouldn't want that? So, again, I think the megaform is the one that puts the giant gun on his back, but I don't know for sure. So this is another Pokemon. This, of course, is... I should have signed the other one, but this is, of course, Blastoise. That is Blastoise. Let's move on now to our third Pokemon. For this Pokemon, I need this purple crayon, this green crayon, and the tip of this sort of bluish, greenish crayon that does not have a body, apparently. I wonder if I have maybe a darker green hidden in here. It does not appear that that is the case. Unfortunate. We will make do with what we've been given. And you may have to forgive some construction noises in the background. They are building a new neighborhood nearby in a field. So that is certainly something. But let's carry on. This next Pokemon is a four-legged Pokemon. So we'll start with, this is a terrible green. Oh my goodness. What is this? Yellow green. This is hideous. My goodness. Terrible color. Would never use this. So we get two legs like this. I don't know if I'll be able to visualize properly from this angle that he has four legs, but we can try like this. Like this. He's got a very wide base to him, this Pokemon. And he doesn't have much of a neck either, so we can just go straight into the facial structure, I think. Just sort of like this. And maybe not quite that low to the ground, but give him some eyeballs. Like that. He's got like a derpy kind of a mouth. Don't really think he has a nose, but we can give him little nostrils like that. Okay, let's see if this is indeed a bluish kind of green. It is. That's what I want. And if I remember correctly, he's got like these bluish green little speckles on his legs, sort of like this. And then in the back here, we need sort of a large, sort of that kind of shape. And this, I think it's more of a pink than a purple, but I have purple on me, so that's what I'm going to use. Now, I know it's a lotus flower that he has on his back. At least I'm pretty sure it's a lotus flower. I'm not actually certain. But it looks a little something like that. And we'll just give that a nice bit of shading. Of course, I speak as if I know what I'm doing, but I think evidence suggests perhaps otherwise. But there we go. I think this is our best work. This, of course, is Venusaur. Venusaur, that's who that is. And for our final Pokemon, we flip this around like so. I will require simply this yellow crayon right here. Yellow crayon. Yellow, I think, is a very underrated color. I think people should put more respect on it. Okay, so this next Pokemon is a bit chunky, or at least he used to be. And I really am not sure how well this yellow is actually going to show up. In fact, I don't think it's showing up at all, really, with the lighting that I am currently using. So let me switch to a color that might show up a little bit better, and we'll just have to headcanon a little bit. So I'll take back this scarlet orange sort of color. I think we can just say it's a shiny, because I think a shiny is a bit of a darker shade. So we will just go like this. He's got like stubby little feet. Like this. And his arms are like here-ish. So we'll go like that. Actually, his arms are more stubby as well. His arms are actually more like this. And we'll have him raising this arm. And then we'll say that this is part of the tail, which goes like this. And then I think like that. And then like that. And then like that. And we'll bring that back down to here. And his head is like this. This is horrible mischaracterization of what this character actually looks like, I think. But it's fine. And this is a lot more red than it is orange. I did not more carefully inspect the color as I was grabbing it, but okay. And then he's got like these big, those are his ears. Just like so. And then he's got like these little bits here. Like that. On the tail. Of course, we'll have to give him a face as well. So, I know he's got like big circle eyes. And these eyes look completely hollow and terrifying, but trust me. And then he's got like a big, happy mouth. And that just looks terrifying, actually. Dear God, what have I created? I don't know what I've created, but that's horrifying. Good gracious, I think I'm embarrassed for myself, actually. We were on such a high note, and I'm gonna pretend I didn't do that last one. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy me personally embarrassing myself, but that is, of course, part of the process when you are trying to learn to get good at something. So, again, thank you for watching. I hope to speak with you all again soon.